To your right. Hi. I want to ask you about your shot that followed solos and your season overall, so kind of a two-parter. But just that moment, the building's kind of already shaking with Solo hitting the shot at the buzzer. What are you seeing in that moment? And I don't know, was the rim shaking when you were taking your shot?
Nah, it's never shaken. I think Solo made a big-time shot. I kind of screwed him over. I didn't realize how much time was on the shot clock, and I just threw him the ball, and he really saved the possession there. And then, I think this team's got create that identity where we get score, stop, and I think that's what, Mally made a great pass for me to really execute the score, stop, stop, and, I love those type of shots.
In your season, Alex, in the preseason, you talked a lot about how the ups and downs of last season and how you felt you were in a better place emotionally, physically, everything this season. You're through a big chunk of the season, an important part of the schedule now. How do you feel like things in general have gone for you so far?
I feel like it's been good. I think a lot of lessons were learned from last year, just mentally, physically, and leadership-wise. Just what I went through last year made me a stronger person, a stronger player today, and I think I've really learned from last year and heading into this season just how I could be a better leader, how I could be better physically on the court, mentally on the court, and I think it's shown. Obviously, a long season to go still, so I'm never really satisfied with my play or the team's play, and just going to continue to go forward.
Jaylen, on a day when Coach takes you out of the starting lineup, he couldn't have been more complimentary after the game about how well you played for the team. Can you just talk about your mindset going in and just how much you've matured as a player?
Yeah, I feel like I kind of spoke on it a couple games ago, but I feel like my whole career I've just been a selfless player, and I just want to see all my teammates win at the end of the day. So that's kind of what you see from me, just trying to be the same guy every day for my team.
And Alex, can you just talk about Jaylen and the unselfishness that he does show and the basketball ability that he brings to the court?
Yeah, he's one of the most unselfish guys in general that I've ever been around, and we're blessed to have Stewie as a teammate and just being a part of UConn, and every single night he's going out there to help the team out, and he doesn't care about himself, he doesn't care about the shots he takes or when he scores, he just wants to make the winning plays. And Stewie, he's grown ever since his freshman year, but ever since he was a freshman to now, he's always cared about the team and being unselfish, and that's a rare trait that you could find in college athletes today.
Malachi, another night with big assist totals for you. How do you think that speaks to your comfortability in such a complex offense like the one that you guys run?
Yeah, I think that's just one reason why they recruited me. Just my high IQ, with the great offense, Dan Hurley plays they run.
Why are you looking at me, bro? Looking at what you're saying.
Yeah, I think that's just what they want. They know what I can do, just making reads with the ball, playmaking. So it's kind of just natural to me. I just want to make sure I get my guys shots.
Alex, in your mind, what is the next step for this team to go into Big East play, to start putting teams away earlier in the game?
Yeah. I think that's the next step. I think the 23 and 24 teams I've been a part of, we're up 10, we're up 12. We're not giving Texas a hope to come back, and I think those teams would have put the hammer down and really just made it a 12-point game to 16 to the next media to 20 and just keep going. And I think that's the next step. I think we've learned that is the next step too, just with BYU, Illinois, other games too, and we just got to continue to play at a high level defensively.
For any of you guys, you look at how Brillin has kind of come in the last couple games after the injury. Coach was mentioning a lot of his offense was coming off script. You're seeing some of the shots he's taking, how green his light is. How do you think he's kind of been able to adjust so quickly into this? You guys were all freshmen at one point, and now coming in after missing time.
Yeah, I think he's been super impressive. Ever since he stepped on campus, he's just been a bucket, and I think it speaks a lot about Braylen's character too. It's just he pretty much missed all the exhibition games and just all the preseason games, and for him to get thrown into the fire against Illinois, at Kansas, and really didn't have time to adjust as like a freshman. Those are super hard games for anyone to play in, and for him to do it as a freshman, just stay composed and really just adjust on the fly is just credit to him, just credit to the coaching staff, and there's no real surprises with Brillin. He's been doing this since the summer.
You had 11 points going to halftime. You guys were shooting 68%, but it felt like when you guys came out in the second half, the offense went a bit stagnant. Moving forward into Big East play, how do you make sure you can translate over?
This for me. I think just continue to just play within the script, just continue to run what the coaches wants to run, and just have trust and just make the right reads. I think, I think we slowed the game down just with how much we fouled in the second half. We kind of got ourselves out the rhythm, but I believe we have the best offense in the country, and we just got to trust it.
For any of you guys, Coach said he emphasized how important the non-conference was for you this year, particularly these, this 6-game gauntlet that you went 5-1, and considering that there may not be a whole lot of huge quad one opportunities in the Big East. Is that something he did stress to you guys, and that's something you understood going into kind of the non-conference slate, basically?
Jay, you want to take that one?
Yeah. We know how important building a resume is, and that really starts with just with the non-conference. We had many opportunities to do that, and we capitalized for the most part. Heading into Big East play, we know it's going to be a grind regardless. We know that you play each team twice, round robin. It's going to be super tough, but at the end of the day, we're trying to win as many games as possible, and that was just the mindset going into Florida and Texas specifically this week.
Jaylen, Coach said that he thinks it's probably time for the coaching staff to start drawing up plays for you rather than just waiting for a 3 to find you on the outside. Are you ready for that to take a bigger role in this offense?
Yeah, honestly, I'm ready to do whatever for this team to win. That's the main goal at the end of the year, just to get another championship. So I'm for sure ready.
Back, Sean, back. Shut up.
Alex, you guys have played 2 of the top rebounding teams in the country this past couple of games. I know you all have been working to improve the rebounding effort, but it seems you've gotten them when you needed them. What separated those possessions where, like the late one in today's game, you're pulling down the offensive board and finally getting one to go? Like, what separated those possessions when you're, getting those effort rebounds from the ones where maybe you get beat to the boards?
It's just effort. It's effort. Rebounding's all effort, and just having that mindset that you're either going to crash the offensive glass every single time, or you're going to do what you got to do defensively to get the defensive rebound. And you got to put in effort. You got to have the mental sharpness to block out every single time, and just to want to get the ball and help your team out to win. And it wasn't pretty, the rebounding. Once again, it was something we got to continue to fix. But we got the ones that we needed, but we got to get every single one out there on the court.
For any of you guys, tonight, packed house, striped out, how did it feel? How had this house rocking? I mean, you've obviously had Gamble with a high attendance already, but you finally had People's Bank Arena this year, just fully with an environment that we haven't seen so far.
Yeah, it felt good, just to run out like 5 minutes left in the lane line, when I see the stripe fan bases and stuff like that,
Go, I didn't.
Why are you laughing, bro? Nah, yeah, it felt good, though. It felt good. I think we need that, we've been going through it these last couple of days, with our energy, so, just happy the fans, making their energy for us.
Jaylen, last year you guys had a lot of games like this that didn't go your way. What do you think this group learned about how to close these games out? Because you had a stretch of games where it could have easily had a couple more losses in there.
Yeah, I think, it's not all about learning. I think we just bring in a couple of dogs, like Malachi, solid, so that helps a lot, just having them fly around, making plays all game. So, yeah, that's a big part of it, just bringing in the right guys and molding together, so.
Malachi, 11 games in, has this experience at UConn been what you expected? Has there been anything that surprised you?
I think it's everything I expect. I know Coach Hurley is intense, with his coaching style. I think I'm prepared for it. I think I've been trying to make sure that I'm locked in towards, just the culture of UConn, the winning culture. So it's definitely everything I expected. I know it wasn't going to be easy. So I'm just glad we have a winning season. Let's keep it up for our conference play.
Does it do anything for you to be going through this with Silas at the same time and sort of learning the offense and learning everything that goes into it together?
Yeah, definitely. You know, we always try to help each other out. You know, if he sees something, you know, he tells me. If I see something, I tell him. You know, we don't really take anything personal because, you know, he's just trying to help. I'm trying to help him. He's trying to help me. Yeah, we've been going together, you know, since day one. So we just always just try to make sure we know what's going on and help each other out.
Thanks for these guys. Thanks, everyone. See you Tuesday.
Thank you.